Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. I am your host, Vortex of Vortex Sound Studios, home of MobileMusicPro.com, and we have a great video for you guys today. We're going to be going through our virtual studio tour. So we're actually going to be going through our iPad, showing you guys all of our different apps, showing you guys how we categorize our apps, maybe even show you a little bit of our workflow, but it's going to be pretty fun, guys. We're not going to go through every single app and show you every single one that we actually use to record and how we record it, but we are going to show you guys all the different apps that we actually have on our iPad. So we hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you in a second. Hello and welcome, guys, to our virtual studio tour right here at MobileMusicPro.com. We wanted to run you guys through a bunch of the apps that we use here at the studio, and we just really want to get some feedback on what you guys think about our apps. And please definitely remember to comment down below and tell us the apps that you guys most use as well. We do have a few different things here. As you can see, guys, I categorize everything into different categories here, different workflows. So we can go through and start at the top left. We can see that I have my DAW and audio folder. The actual main DAW I use is actually down here, cubasis. So that's actually, I just keep that right here on the start bar to make sure that's always there on the taskbar. And then I have a couple apps down here. So let's actually start with the taskbar. So we can see I have my standard stuff here, Gmail and such. But over here we have our DAW. And then I have Nano Studio 2, and then I have Audio Share. So we got to have those, guys. Those are the standards that you use all the time, so we keep that in the taskbar. But under our DAW and audio, we do have a couple other different things here, like Beatmaker 3, Aria, AUM, some standard things like that. I really love these chord generation apps here, guys. Odessi, ChordsGen, AutoChords, ChordBot. These are really great for getting inspiration for writing new chord progressions. Really great. Then we got the GMs Drum Machines. So this stands for Groove Machines and Drum Machines, guys. So we have a couple different apps here. All the classics, of course, Gadget 2, iMachine 2. But I really love the different drumming apps, Future Drummer and Funk Drummer for jamming sessions. Oh, and Rock Drum as well, all made from the same developer. So those are really fun to jam to. Then we got Groovebox, another great groove machine. Groove machines are great because they come with like a drum, a synthesizer, and a sequencer, and being able to just kind of throw ideas together really quickly inside of these apps. So these are really great here. Again, Gadget 2, iMachine, IMPC Pro 2, and Groovebox are like just some of the greatest groove machines on the iPad. Really great. Can't say enough good things about that. Let's explore one of the most fun categories, right, guys? The synthesizers. So this is our synthesizer page. We have 2 pages of synthesizers, but the ones that we really use the most here are the Synth Player, the Synthmaster 1, Zeta, Syntronic, Pure Synth, Digital D1, IM1, and iWaveStation. These are the ones we really use a lot, guys, like Model 15 as well. I put all the ones I use the most right here on the front page, but then we do have some of these other ones that are great too, guys. The Volt Synth, the Factory. Factory is great because it has so many hundreds of presets, guys. It's kind of ridiculous, and we got it on sale during the Black Friday sale for $10, so can't complain. Just great synths. I've been really trying to minimize our virtual studio as much as possible so that we can just kind of be, not be bogged down with too many options. So we want to make sure we limit the amount of stuff that we have so that we can still have plenty of creativity here. So as you can see, this is really about the only synths that we have. We may have, these are always changing, like, so we'll throw out one, we'll add another one, but essentially these are the most amount of synths that I really want to keep in the studio at any one given time. Then we have the instruments and amps, so instruments and guitar amplifiers. This is really great, guys. We have the classic here, Sample Tank, really great on the desktop, now brought down to the iPad. So many samples, I mean, just so many samples, guys. The Sample Tank app right here, just unbelievable. Can't say enough good things about it. Just so many great samples. Gotta have that, because that has everything from, guitars and synthesizers and drums and just everything you can think of, guys. Sample Tank, just like the name sounds. So lots of great stuff in there. I've got the Module Pro, a lot of great keys in there from Korg. iSymphonic, of course, got to have that for some classic strings. Really great stuff in there. Neo Soul's keys, just the smoothest. They just released Neo Soul's keys too, actually, but this is just the smoothest, most buttery, electric piano you'll ever hear right there in that app. And of course, some of the great amplifiers here, AmpKit, Amplitude. Fingers crossed, I'm waiting for these things to go audio unit, guys. I mean, come on, what's going on? Why doesn't everything go audio unit right now? That would be fantastic. But nevertheless, we're still going to keep them around for a while. Then let's go to the loops and samples folder. Just a couple of different apps here from Novation, Launchpad, and Blocks Wave. We really enjoy these for coming up with new ideas, getting inspiration, and even using it for some of the live shows that we want to do. We actually can make our songs broken up into clips that we can launch with Launchpad. And if you guys have seen the physical studio tour, you guys will see that we have all the Novation controllers here at the very top of right above the iPad there. So that works out really well. And we have some amazing MIDI plugins. We're going to be doing a video on some of these guys. Because there's so many great songwriting ideas stored inside of these apps, and we really want to show you guys how to do this. I mean, there's apps for creating melodies, there's apps for creating bass lines, there's apps for creating chords, all sorts of stuff like that, and they're just really great for getting started for newcomers and for pros alike to get inspiration. So we're going to be doing a video on that. Some really great ones in here, guys. Rosetta tools. Everybody's got to have Rosetta tools. Classic MIDI tools for the iPad. Just so many great tools in here. We got the Riffer, really great for creating melodies. Autonomy and let's see if I can pronounce these right. Autonomy and Killity. These guys have their crazy names, all from the same app developer here, the INRX as well, ACNI, these app icons you see here. Really great MIDI apps, guys, for generating all sorts of things for melodies and bass lines. And really what's really great is using these to, for example, just hold down one key and be able to play a chord. So these features are pretty standard these days on the desktop, but on the iPad, not so much. So having these apps is really great because they're AUV3, so you can put them in any DAW and have great results. Really great. And Chord Up, again, just great for generating chord progressions. Really great, guys. We have some actual poly arps in here as well. The step poly arp, really great for creating arpeggios, generating arpeggios. Guys, almost all of these apps have a random button on it, which is really great. You can just click on it and just get inspired by a bunch of different things, all randomly generated. So again, we're going to be going into more of that in another video. And we have the sound plugins. This is going to be probably the biggest folder, guys, and the most fun. This is all of the actual plugins that we use here at Vortex Sound Studios for Mobile Music Pro. You guys can see just 4 pages after pages. So let's just go through a few of these. I got a bunch of these great effects. Tornado, the multi-effects is great, guys. Effectrix, Audio FX, and Tornado are really great multi-effects apps. You have lots of different effects within those apps. But then you got some of the great classics like EOS 2 for reverb, just beautiful. Takes a lot of CPU, but just absolutely beautiful. Dub Station, really great app. Again, these are all from a bunch the same developer here, the Pump House EOS 2, from Audio Damage actually is the developer. So just so many great apps in here. Perforator and Cosmonaut, really great, guys. From those guys over there at Clev Grand. I mean, you just can't beat them. These are great for generating new ideas. Really great, fantastic. Then you got these awesome mixing plugins, guys, from FAC, the Involver, Bandit, Chorus, Maxima, Transient. Needs to be in every producer's toolbox. These are just as good and really accompany well the FabFilter plugins, so really recommend that. Got a couple, of course, of the amazing Eventide plugins. Can't go wrong with that, guys. They're classic plugins. Been around for a long time on the desktop and so forth. We got them all, most of them here. The Micro Pitch, Mangled Verb, Ultra Tap, and Black Hole. Just a great set of plugins. Then we have these the DDMF plugins here, guys. Oh, can't recommend these enough. The Magic Death Eye compressor, the EQ, the reverb on here, the New York compressor for parallel compression. Just beautiful apps, guys. These are all again from the same developer, which you can kind of tell from these icons. They're all similar. The DDMF guys, just fantastic apps. Again, these exist on the desktop as well. So these have been brought down to the iPad for us. And then, of course, you have the classic FabFilter plugins there. Can't go wrong with that. Have to have the Fab filters. Again, just the best for mixing, just everyday mixing tasks. And then we have a couple from just the final to round it out, guys. The final apps we have here is a bunch of the 4Pockets apps. Everything from Noise Gate to Vibe FX. These are really great utilities again for just doing mundane, standard, everyday tasks like the Noise Gate and the Pitch Shift. Really great, guys. Can't say enough about these. And another multi-effects app here, the IFX Rack. So and another multi-effects app here, the Reamp. So a lot of great multi-effects apps, a lot of great mixing apps. But again, we're trying to keep this pretty trying to make it not super overwhelming. We're really trying to limit our choices here between what we can use and what we can't use. We're trying to do our best, guys, but we got to have the standard mixing plugins, right? We got to have all those. We got to have some multi effects. So so there's a few things that you got to have, but we're really trying to keep it down. We're just like you guys probably. We buy way too many apps. So let's round it out, guys. The final folder that we have here is the vocals folder, and as you guessed it, this is for mixing vocals. So you got all the different effects in here. Just great apps. I can't recommend enough. Mic Swap Pro for checking out different microphones on different voices. The Mic Room for the same effect using different microphones. Vocal Soloist is great. A lot of great from 4Pockets. A lot of great vocal effects on there. Voice Synth though is probably like the most well known, because I believe that's a desktop app as well. So brought down for the iPad. Just so many amazing apps, guys, being brought down year after year after year to the iPad. So just can't say enough about that. That's just absolutely amazing and been great to see, and it continues, guys, seeing it over and over again. So really great. And that is our virtual studio, guys. We hope you enjoyed this tour through all of our different apps. Again, I'm sure and understand we won't have time to open up each and every individual one here. That'll be out of scope for this video, but we are going to go through these over the years, guys, over the months, the coming weeks and months. We're going to be going through a bunch of these individual apps with Let's Plays and reviews, and of course we're going to be using them in our cook-up videos, and so you will be seeing more of these. But we hope you guys enjoyed this, and really appreciate you guys for watching. Again, make sure to comment in below and let us know what your guys' favorite apps are. So thanks, guys. We'll see you in a minute. All right, well, we hope you guys enjoyed that virtual studio tour. Make sure to comment down below on the apps that you guys like and the apps that you guys use all the time in your workflows, and even comment on your workflows. We'd love to hear more feedback from you guys on how you guys use apps on your iPad for music production. Until next time, guys, we really appreciate you guys here. Really thank you. If you want to support content like this, if you guys enjoy content like this, we really appreciate it if you guys could check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/mobilemusicpro. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.